Hi, I'm Rupam. He's my son, Rupam. So it had been like 15 years that we were driving. When we were visiting the dealerships, the first thing that the sales advisors were showing us were the sunroof and other gimmickry, gadgetry that probably, well, other prospects, other owners find it necessary to have in their vehicles, which we did not. Having driven a small car for like such a long time, we needed something which is similar with nothing extra, nothing superficial, which is of no use to us. So we needed something which is mechanical, which is repairable, which can take us places without too many sensors, without too many parts failing basically. And unfortunately, none of the other vehicles were checking our boxes. So one fine day, while we were going to other dealerships, to other showrooms to test drive other vehicles, there was a Force dealership close by, and we just decided to, well, there's no harm absolutely in walking in. So we walked in, and after we did the test drive, after we spoke with them about the vehicle, we went inside the vehicle. Of course, we saw the things, a couple of special things which are there in the vehicle. There was no looking back. I mean, once I drove the vehicle, the seating position, the height, the people who are seated at the back who are even higher, like a PVR seating position with wide panoramic window, not a sunroof, which gives you a lot of sense of space. We could not go with anything else. So that marked the end of our test drive process. So a couple of things which are special for the Gurkha, which all of you must be knowing. It's of course the air intake snorkel. So it has a 700 mm water wading depth. And what this snorkel helps is, of course, in the water wading. It is a 4x4 and the only vehicle in the country with manual front and rear locking differentials. Well, differentials are something which is like an insurance, which you only need when you are severely stuck. So, and of course the four-wheel drive mechanism. So I can show you a little bit inside, just to see what all things are inside. A lot has been spoken about the Gurkha. Many things, unfortunately, which are not true. So our booking experience was exemplary. We were extremely satisfied and delighted with the support that we received from our dealership. There is one dealership which is at GT Canal Road, Rohit Auto Wheels Private Limited. They supported me extremely well, were very much responsive. This number is a special number. They of course did not know much about it, but they supported me. They helped me in going to the RTO, speaking with the RTO guys and get this clarified. The vehicle was delivered on time. It was spick and span. PDI was done properly both by me and the dealership. And till this day, which is like 3 months after the purchase, they have been extremely responsive. So all the concerns of the previous owners about the sales, support, spares and all these things, if Force continues with the way that they're doing now, there is absolutely no reason for people like us who need mechanical, simple vehicles not to go with Force vehicles. Our delivery experience was absolutely spectacular. We had requested our delivery, the delivery of the vehicle for a special day, our anniversary. So on the delivery day, we had 2 cakes to cut. One was for our anniversary, the other one was Welcome to Gurkha. So we had all the sales advisors and all the people there who were welcoming us truly from their heart. So it was not a formality that they did. They were there with us for a good like an hour and a half. And we were extremely delighted and happy with the gesture. So it was not a formality at all, probably like the other manufacturers, like the other deliveries, but which we really liked, which we cherished. So it's been 3 months of our purchase. We have taken it to the hills of the higher hills of Uttarakhand. We've gone to places like Munsiari, Chakori. It was like a 1500 kilometer round trip. It was in December, January. We were expecting a lot of snow, black ice and all those kinds of things on the road. I was carrying snow chains, but we never even have to engage the four-wheel drive lever. So the two-wheel drive of Gurkha is so strong. It just was taking us through all the snow, ice, inclines without any trouble. And the second trip that we did was to Rajasthan. It was to Sambal Lake and thereabouts. It was just a normal highway, more of a highway trip. It's extremely comfortable on the highways. You can do 80 to 100, cruise at that speeds, extremely comfortable with negligible body roll in spite of its height. The rear seats are extremely comfortable. So the pickup, which many people complain about, well, I would agree that it may take a few seconds extra than other vehicles with higher BHPs and numbers on papers. But once it attains a speed, it will continue with that speed like good amount of time, which means that you can cruise at 80 to 100 all day long without any fatigue, without any problems at all. So these are the two trips that we have done so far. Today we are just coming back from an off-road trip, more like rock crawling and all those kinds of things. So I got to engage the four-wheel drive low lever. I also engaged the rear diff lock successfully, and it just took it out of the wherever it was stuck momentarily. So far it has been extremely pleasant experience with both the vehicle and the support that I've received from Force Motors. I just hope that Force Motors continues with this level of support. They improvise, they listen to customers' complaints, address them promptly, which they have been doing for the last 2-3 months that we have experienced so far. For people like us who like manual vehicles with very less gadgetry, gimmickry and all those kinds of things, it's a good vehicle. You may consider it because this is our only vehicle. We do not have anything else. It's our city vehicle. It's extremely comfortable driving on cities because it has a very light clutch, short turning radius, it has a crawl creep facility. So all these things really help us in driving in cities as well. Highway driving, which I've already mentioned. So the message for all the people who need these kind of simple mechanical vehicles, they may just consider the Force Gurkha. Do not go with the reviews, do not go with what people say about the product. Just go to a nearby dealership, do take a test drive, and then, well, you will see a visible difference between what your notion is by listening to all these reviews and what you get after doing a test drive of the vehicle. About our future plans, well, honestly, we haven't thought of any, but we would rather prefer going across the country, traveling across the country. Maybe winter Spiti next year of Uttarakhand and Himachal. But we are taking this vehicle as a cruiser to travel across the country. Maybe once in a while when we have the opportunity to go to Nepal, Mustang, all the regions which we could not do earlier. So that's pretty much whatever little we have thought about in the near future.